Hi all, welcome to Tech Forum. In this video, let us see how to set up the SonarQube server in a Docker container and bootstrap the quality configurations. SonarQube is an automatic code review tool to detect bugs, vulnerabilities and code smells in your code. It can integrate with your existing workflow to enable continuous code inspection across your project branches and pull requests. It has a server component where you can create projects and apply configurations like adding plugins, defining quality profiles and quality gates. The quality gate lets you know if your project is ready for production. There is a scanner component where it scans your code base and sends the result to the server to display in the SonarQube dashboard. The SonarQube can be installed as a standalone server in a system, but Docker based installation is very quick and easy to manage. A Docker container image is a lightweight, standalone, executable package of software that includes everything needed to run an application: code, runtime, system tools, system libraries, and settings. Container images become containers at runtime while executing on the Docker engine. A container is a standard unit of software that packages up code and all its dependencies so the application runs quickly and reliably from one computing environment to another. In this video, let us see how to set up SonarQube server quickly through Docker container and bootstrap the required quality profiles and quality gate configurations. There are multiple versions of SonarQube, but we are going to use the community edition, which is free and open source. I am going to enable the setup in Windows Server. As a first step, ensure the Docker for desktop is installed in the system and started. So you can download the software from here, download for Windows and install it and start the Docker engine. After installation, the shortcut will be created here in the desktop. You can use this to start the engine. So if you want to stop it, and you can go here and say just quit Docker desktop. Even you can restart Docker from here. Yeah, after installation, if you double click this, yeah, this will display all the images downloaded, and also it will show the current containers running. So right now no containers running for me. If any containers running, it will list out that. As a simple stuff, we can run the Docker container from SonarQube and quickly start the server. But our requirement is to add custom plugins and bootstrap the configurations. We should be extending the standard SonarQube container. To run the SonarQube server with the standard SonarQube image, so you can come here hub.docker.com. You can find the SonarQube standard image. Then you can execute this command in your local docker pull SonarQube. This is the image name. I am executing the Docker commands through Windows WSL. So let me go there. If I go here, yep, fine. As a first step, let me pull this. It's pulling the latest image. Now once it's pulled in, you can run. So I'm going to use this command to run this. If it's a Docker run, then there is a name SonarQube, then port we are associating to this 9000 port, then SonarQube, then the version, the tag name latest. So here another parameter is -d, so it will notify the engine to run the container in background. So I'm going with this. Let me run this. Now the container is starting. If you go to the Docker engine here, so you can see there is a container SonarQube is running on port 9000. Let's wait for the SonarQube server to start. Now the SonarQube server is started and accessible through port number 9000. So let me go and access that. If I go here, localhost 9000 is fine. For first time login, we should be changing the password. So the username is admin. The default password is admin. So let's start with that. Yeah, you need to reset the password. So old password is admin. Give some password. Welcome one. Okay, now done. Yeah, now you should be able to enable the required configurations, the quality profile, then quality gates, So right now there is only the SonarWay, the built-in one. So you can create your own custom quality gates. Same way, quality profiles. Here we are using the default H2 database. This is not recommended for production use, but should be okay for development. In our case, the default container should be extended to add the additional functionalities. Let us see how to do that. As a first step, clone this GitHub project, Tech Forum repo, then Docker projects. So you can use this link, then copy this. If I go here, I will say git clone, then this one. I already cloned. You can follow this command. This project enabled with scripts and Docker file to extend the standard SonarQube image with custom rule plugins and bootstrapping with quality profiles and quality gate. Let us now see the details on the project. If I go into this SonarQube with custom plugins, AEM. So here if you see there is a conf folder, then scripts, then there is a Docker file, then build.bash and release.bash. If I go inside this conf folder, so there is a file with the name AEM quality gate.json. This contains all the quality gate conditions. So right now it's having around 14 conditions, blocker violations, critical violations. So you can define, you can customize this based on your project requirement. Either you can remove some of the conditions or add more conditions to this file, so that the server will be bootstrapped with a quality gate and these conditions are applied. Here if you see, we are specifying the metric, then the operation greater or less than, then we are saying the error count. Next one is Docker file. Let me go into that. As we discussed earlier, this image is extending from this standard SonarQube image. The latest version is 8.6.0 community version. So even you can specify a label latest here, so that it will pull all the time the latest image. Now there is a label we are specifying, the maintainer. You can specify your name here. The next one is health check. So we are defining a service that will be used by Docker engine to identify the status of the SonarQube server. So if you see here localhost 9000, then API system health. So if it is green, it means the server is healthy and running. Then we are changing the user to root. Then here again we are adding some custom plugins. So if you see here Sonar custom project rules, it is from Tech Forum. This is my custom rules. Another one I am adding is Cognified AEM rules for SonarQube. Again jar file. These both plugins I am adding. These are custom plugins, and I am adding this into OPT SonarQube extensions plugins. You can add multiple plugins here based on your need again. Now the next one is like we are going to use this APK tool here, APK update, then APK add. We are adding these two tools, curl, CURL and JQ. JQ is for JSON parsing in the script file. Now next one what we are doing is copying this config file, because we have a JSON file there, into the conf slash in the image. Same way we have a script folder. I will explain you that, copying the content of the script folder under this bin folder. Then we are changing the permission for this bin, conf and extension to the SonarQube :SonarQube. Then we are switching the user to SonarQube. After that we are running a command entry_point.bash. This file is available in the script. I will explain you. So this is the only thing what we are doing is we are extending from this base image. Just we are adding two custom plugins that contain some specific rules. Then we are installing some dependent software, curl and JQ. Then copying the required conf and scripts into the image, changing the permission. Then we are executing a command. Let us see the details on scripts. There are three scripts: configure.bash, entry_point.bash, then functions.bash. Entry_point.bash is the starting point for the image. Other scripts are referred inside this entry_point.bash. As a first step, checking whether the new admin password is applied while running the container through this environment variable, SonarQube admin password. If not, or the password is admin, the further processing is exited. The next is start the configure.bash in background. Configure.bash runs in background and periodically check whether the SonarQube server is ready. If the server is ready, start the bootstrap configurations like quality profile and quality gate. Then execute the run.sh file from SonarQube base image to start the server. This run.sh is from the base image. This starts the SonarQube server. Next one is functions.bash. This has some of the reusable methods. First one is SonarQube URL. Setting to default SonarQube URL if it is not specified. The next one is info and error methods. These methods print the messages to console in different color, blue and red. That helps us to identify the custom messages easily in the console. Next one is wait for SonarQube up. This method helps to periodically check the SonarQube server startup status. Here we are using curl command to execute SonarQube API to get the server status, and we are using JQ to parse the status variable from the response. Next one is configure.bash. This file wait for SonarQube server up. Periodically it will check the server status. If the server status is up, then it will try to check whether the custom quality gate is there with the name AEM. So but you can change it based on your requirement. If you use the volumes, the changes will be persisted in host for subsequent runs. We can see that in detail further. If not, the assumption is first time login and change the password with the password provided while running the Docker container. It will try to change the password. And execute create quality profiles and create quality gate methods. The functions.bash file is also included into this file. If you see, we are not executing the file, but we are just including the file so that all those functions will be available to this configure.bash file also. Let us quickly see this method, create quality profiles. So first up, we are creating the quality profile and we are saying this language equal to Java, then name equal to AEM way Java. So whatever the name you want, you can specify. Then this API we are using to create it. Then we are passing the response to identify whether it is successfully created or not. Then once that is done, we are trying to change the parent to quality profile. Means we are changing for this quality profile, whatever we created, we are changing the parent as SonarWay, so that all the rules from the SonarWay will also get inherited to this. So through this API. So after that, we are setting this as the default quality profile. So if you see here, we are saying again quality profile AEM way Java, then set as default. So once after that, we are trying to retrieve the AEM/custom quality profile ID, whatever we created in the earlier step, through this API quality profile search with this name, quality profile name AEM way Java. Then we are parsing through this JQ, getting the profile ID. So after getting the profile ID, we are activating the required rule set to the profile, the custom profile. Here I am activating this AEM rules. Yeah, this rule was installed through Docker file. Also same way, common HTL. Then this is another plugin, custom project rules. This rule enabled through another plugin, custom project rules. Once the required rule sets are activated, the quality profile is ready to use. Let us now see the next method, create quality gate. So as a first we are creating the quality gate. If you see here, quality gates create, specifying the name, I am specifying it as AEM. Then we are checking whether it is successful or not. If it is successful, then we are trying to get the gate ID. So through this quality gates API, then name equal to AEM. Then we are fetching the gate ID and setting to this variable. Once we have the gate ID, then what we are doing is we are setting this as the default. So we are specifying the gate ID here. After that, we are trying to add all the conditions what we defined in the JSON file. If you see here, we are trying to load this JSON file, and through this JQ library, we are parsing the conditions from there. Then for each condition, we are invoking this method, add condition to quality gate with the gate ID, metric, operator, and error. So if I go to that specific method, it's just getting those variable, then it's executing this API quality gates, create condition with that variables, gate ID, metric, and operator. So once this all the conditions are created, now the quality gate also ready to use. The bootstrapping or the base configurations are ready, and the SonarQube is ready to use. Next one is build.bash. If you see here, we are building the Docker image here, Docker build, no cache, -t, then we are saying username and image. So define the username. This is my username. You specify your username if you are going to build it. Then again the image name. I am keeping SonarQube with custom plugins AEM. You can change the image name. Then I am saying the latest is the label. Then it's a dot means it's on the current folder. You should be executing this from your project folder, whatever you cloned it earlier, this folder. The next one is release.bash. So this will help you to commit the changes to your GitHub project. Also release the latest version into the Docker Hub. So if you see here, I am again specifying the username, then image, then we are building the image, then we are adding these changes or committing these changes to GitHub, and also creating a new tag with that version number. While executing this script, it will ask for the version number. So corresponding tag is created. Then we are Docker, we are again tagging with that tag number. Then we are pushing that changes to a Docker Hub, like latest and the corresponding tag. Even you can link the Docker Hub to your GitHub repository to directly build the image whenever there is a change in the GitHub repository, that we can see it. But this one you can just execute your command in your local. It will push the changes to your GitHub repository. Same way, it will again create an image and push it to Docker Hub. Let us now build the project. I am into this project, then I am executing this command build.bash. Okay, the image is built now. Let us run the command. This is the command I am going to use, docker run --rm means I am removing the existing container. Then if you want to specify -d, it means it will run in background, but I will not be using that. Then I am attaching a name to the container, SonarQube, then port number. Again, this environment variable we have seen, we are using this in our script, SonarQube admin password. I am setting it as welcome1. Then the image name, Tech Forum, SonarQube with the custom plugins, AEM latest. Now there is one difference if you see here. I am specifying some volumes. I am using WSL in my Windows. So this is the path. I have a folder created, Docker container files, data, and associated to this volume, OPT SonarQube data. Then another one is logs associated to this OPT SonarQube logs. The base SonarQube image expose these volumes, OPT SonarQube data and logs, and another one is extensions. I'm just associating this two volume so that the data will be persisted for subsequent runs, because we are using RM, but the data is going to be persisted here. So all the configurations will be reused. So here again we are saying the SonarQube admin password. Let me show you the folders I created. If I go here, yeah, Docker container files and data and logs. Let me execute this command now. Let me copy this, go here. Yeah, if you see here, this is in blue color, means it's a custom configuration. It's saying initiating connection with SonarQube. It will be repeated for every 5 seconds to check whether the SonarQube server is up. Yeah, now the server is up. If you see here, SonarQube server is up, and the bootstrap configurations are now getting applied. If you see admin password changed, creating quality profile, then it's created, then changing the parent, whatever our custom configurations, those are getting executed now. Yeah, if you see here, there is a message ready. Now the server is up with bootstrapped configurations. Let me quickly access the server. Again, same URL. This time the admin password is already changed. So admin, then welcome1. Yeah, if I go to this quality gates, if you see here, there is a custom quality gate area with all the conditions what we defined. Then also if I go to quality profiles, you can see, yeah, AEM STL profile is there. Then there is a, if you see here, AEM way Java is inheriting from this Sonar way. So total rule is 436. Right now there is no projects. You can create a new project from here. Instead of that, what I am going to do is I'm going to scan a Maven project. So this is my Maven project, Dommo's repo unit. Then I will just execute this sonar.login admin, sonar.password welcome one, clean install. Then I should be specifying sonar : sonar. Build is success. Let me go back to the console. There is a new project created with the same name, repo unit demo, with the quality details. Let me click on this, but it's saying it's failed. Let's see why it's saying it's failed. Let me go into that project. Yeah, if you see here, it's saying 4 conditions failed from our quality gate conditions. First one is the coverage. We said that it should be 75.0%, but the actual coverage is 61.8%. Then code smells, we say it should not be greater than 1, but it's 17. Then comments, we told 20%, but it is 11%. Then there are 4 critical issues. We said it should not be greater than 0. So then you can see all the detailed bugs, vulnerabilities, security issues, then tech debt, then code smells, then code coverage, then how many unit tests are there, then what is the overall rating for maintainability, security review, security. This is all configurable. You can set the quality gate and condition based on your project requirement. Now you can even release the new version to Docker Hub. So for that you can execute this release.bash. Then it will ask you the version number. Just enter the version number so that the new image will be built and pushed to Docker Hub. Also, the project changes will be pushed to GitHub. Here you can see this is my username, Tech Forum. The image is pushed here. If you see here, there is a 3 version, 1.00, then 1.01, then latest. So then whoever want to pull this, they can pull it and use it. Whatever we've seen is like customizing this Docker image, but if you want to use this image directly, and you can copy this command, then you can execute the run command. You don't want to follow all those steps. So if you are okay with this image, the image pushed to this Tech Forum. So otherwise you clone the project and customize, and you can build your own image. One more thing earlier we discussed, like here if I go to manage repository, then go to builds, can link this to GitHub, where the project is stored, so that on every project change, new version will be published. Let us quickly see some of the useful additional commands. Let me go here. The first one is docker ps -a. This will show you all the containers running. So like currently the SonarQube image is running. Even you can specify this name because we already tagged to a name. You can just execute this -f name. It will display that. Then another one is like you can even see the logs from here, like docker logs SonarQube. You can do this. It will show you the logs. Another one is even you can restart the SonarQube, or even you can stop the SonarQube container. Refer this README file for more details, how to run the existing image or how to build the custom image for your need. You can read through this. Same README file even you can find out from this Docker Hub. If you go to this general, there is a README file. You can read through that. This will help you to define a quality gate, project level quality gate, and you can easily share with the developers so they can follow the same quality standards. That's all for today. In this video, we have seen how to install SonarQube server through Docker container and bootstrap with the required configurations. Let us see some of the additional details in the further videos. Thanks all for watching the video. See you in the next video.